The first educational app that I looked at was the 3D Brain. I really love this app because it was engaging, effective, and efficient. It's engaging for the kids because they get to look at the brain, something that they don't usually get to look at and experience, and it's 3D. They can physically move it with their fingers and examine the different portions, the left and the right, and every aspect of it. I really like that you can also delve in deeper to different portions of the brain. It's not just the main lobes that you can look at. It's efficient because you can put it up on the board and do it as a whole class activity, or the kids could do it individually as a fast finisher or a center type thing. And it's really effective because not only does it tell you where each portion of the brain is, but it gives you a short detailed description of each aspect of the brain. It's really fantastic. The next educational app I looked at was called Anatomy. This is a puzzle where you can choose a system in the body and you drag and drop the organs into their correct location. This would be engaging for the students in that they get to interact and it turns the studying into a game. It would be efficient if you allow them to do it as a fast finisher or during a center. Whether or not it's the most effective, it depends on your purpose. I think it would be very effective in helping them learn the location of the organs, but if you wanted them to know more in-depth details about each organ, you would want to try and find a different program for that. Overall, I felt that the science centers met the 3 E's a lot better than the apps. The first sensor that I saw was the force plate. I thought that this was such an engaging sensor because it was so exciting to be able to see how your force changed as you moved up and down in the elevator. It was really effective, I thought, because it helped me to understand the concept of gravity and force and to really start thinking about those ideas and how gravity affects force in different ways. I also thought that it was very efficient. Well, kind of efficient, because it would take some time, a lot more time than it would to sit and write formulas on the board, but to go out and to experiment with the force plate. But I think that the payoff in the activity being engaging and effective outweighs the minor problems with its efficiency. I really think that this is a fantastic way to get students excited. The second science sensor I looked at was the heart rate monitor. I thought that this one was so great. It would be a great way to kind of tie in that physical education with science and have the students get up and to look at and see what happens when their heart's at rest and what happens when they start to move and get their heart rate up, and then talk about what that means, how that affects their body positively or negatively. I think it would be really engaging for the students to actually see their heart rate just as it's happening. And I think it would be effective for them to make those connections between doing that physical activity and what's happening to their heart. I think it would also be an efficient way because the kids can come up really quick and each do a resting pace and each do a quick pace, and they can quickly see what happens to their heart. And you could do a mini competition like we did in class to see who can get the highest heart rate. And it will just be really fun and engaging and get the point across really well to the students how the heart rates work.